Michael asks, does IL find coding standards useful, or does ensemble programming cause a natural converge? It's a great question, Michael.
Yeah, I'd say both.
I mean, if you're talking about a documented, like we've documented in this, in this Google Doc or Word doc or something over here, how our coding standards are, that's not something that I think we've used before. And there is, and a lot of it is because there's a natural convergence of that in a mobbing and pairing environment. In addition to that, we also regard the code base itself as the documentation, as the one true source of truth about what it is, what it is that we're building and how we like to build it. And so, yes, I think coding standards naturally emerge, and they are embodied and documented by the code base itself.
Nice. And I think that's reflective of another comment that Jeff Langer posted in the comments. He said, Michael, more of the latter. The code demonstrates the standard and evolves with us. Why is it important that we establish practices that can evolve versus just setting from the beginning a set of standards that everyone has to follow to make sure that no one strays from it from the beginning? Why is it important that that's an evolutionary process?
Because I think the fundamental nature of software development and this kind of work is that we can't know the value of what we're doing until it's done and delivered to people. We can't, not that we could work really harder to find out. We can't know until it's done. And so everything under the tent of, what Wyatt was talking about as agility and all the practices that we're talking about, those are really geared to mitigating that problem, that fundamental problem of we don't know how this is going to go. We don't know what's going to happen, and we have to act like it. So we allow for, rather than like our preference is not to do requirements up front, because that's when we know the least about what's going to happen. And it automatically excludes any learning that we might pick up during the process of implementing something, learning about the product, learning about the code, learning about the technology, learning about the team or the end user. All that stuff gets thrown out if we try to pretend that we can get everything locked in up front, code standards or requirements.